Welcome back to the Champion Mindset Collective podcast, where we dive deep into how embracing your authentic self can transform your life. Today, we're exploring a powerful topic, speaking your truth, and how keeping silent about your feelings and your thoughts might not only weigh you down emotionally, but also impact your physical health. Have you ever been held back from saying how you truly feel or think? It's something many of us do, and often out of fear and conflict or rejection. Suppressing your voice can lead to more than just emotional discomfort. It can lead to real health issues, something experts often refer to as dis-ease. I'm your host, Anthony Dahya, and I'm grateful that you're here listening to this episode. I would love for you to share this episode with your friends, your family, and your workmates. And if you haven't already done so, please follow this podcast so that you don't miss any future episodes and so we can get this podcast out to the wider community. Right, so let's dive into it. Let's understand what speaking the truth means. What is speaking your truth? Well, to speak your truth means to express your feelings, your beliefs, and your thoughts openly and honestly, without fear of judgment or repercussions. And it's about showing up fully in your daily interactions with others as your genuine self, your unmasked and your authentic self. Why is it important to be authentic? Well, when you are authentic, you align with what you say and do, and with what really truly you feel and believe. And when we align in this way, it brings numerous benefits to us. Research indicates that authenticity can lead to higher self-esteem because when you accept and express your true self, you are affirming your own value. It also improves relationships. Honest interactions build trust and understanding among people. Being authentic contributes to a greater personal well-being. You are less likely to experience the stress associated with pretending to be something that you're not or holding back on your true thoughts and feelings. There are also health benefits to authenticity. Living authentically, it doesn't just feel good. It's not a feel-good practice. It's a tangible health benefit. By reducing the cognitive dissonance and the stress that comes with living inauthentically, you nurture your mental and emotional health. Studies show that people who frequently express their true selves enjoy better mental health and are less likely to suffer from depression and anxiety. This state, well-being, can translate into physical health benefits, reducing the risk of stress-related illnesses such as hypertension and heart disease. Now let's look at cultivating authenticity. To embrace authenticity, it's important to regularly practice self-reflection and to understand your true thoughts and your feelings. Creating environments in which you feel safe and supported to express your truth is really important. And this might mean setting boundaries with others or choosing relationships and communities that respect and encourage openness. Now let's look at the psychological impact of silence. Deepening the emotional consequences. When we choose silence over expressing our true thoughts and emotions, the initial discomfort can quickly spiral into more severe emotional distress. The act of suppressing these feelings often leads to increased feelings of frustration as your needs and your opinions go unvoiced, and anger and resentment builds over time. I've been through this in myself, and the last few years it wasn't good for my state of being. And in the last year, I've done a lot of healing and personal development that has helped me shift into an evolved version of myself, and that I have set boundaries, and now I'm speaking my truth a lot more. And the thing is, it's always going to be a work in progress for us. Sadness and a sense of isolation can also happen when you feel that your true self is not being acknowledged or valued. And it's important to know that we don't need validation from anyone else. We should only seek validation from ourselves. This emotional turmoil can often accumulate and it transitions into chronic stress, a psychological state that not only persists but also profoundly affects your mental health. So I've done some research and let's look at what understanding chronic stress is all about. Chronic stress arises when you are in a constant state of suppression and tension. It tricks your body into thinking it's always in a fight or flight mode, which disrupts almost all of your body's processes and increases the risk of numerous health problems. And this can manifest as psychological disorders such as anxiety and depression. And as the body and the mind are continually prepared for threat that doesn't exist in reality. Physical symptoms and long-term health risks are also present. The physical symptoms of chronic stress are varied but often include headaches, as the body constant state of alertness tends to lead to tension. Digestive problems, as stress interferes with your regular digestive process. And they say that there is a connection between your gut and your brain. So it's important that we regulate ourselves well, otherwise we're going to end up with these headaches and things that are going to affect us. And it also affects our sleep disturbance due to an overactive mind. Now, over time, this stress, if it's not addressed, it will lead to more serious conditions. Chronic stress is a known risk factor for heart disease due to increased heart rate and high blood pressure. Both of these put strain on your heart. And prolonged stress can lead to chronic inflammation, contributing to development of various diseases, including some cancers and rheumatoid arthritis. So the link between suppression and physical health. The process of constantly managing and suppressing our true selves demands significant mental effort and energy, which can weaken our body and the immune system, and it reduces the ability to fight off the illnesses. Emotional distress from not speaking out can sometimes lead to unhealthy coping mechanisms, such as overeating, alcohol or drug use, and neglect of physical activity, and that risks chronic diseases. Now let's look at some real-life case studies. Overcoming job burnout. Now, this is a story about Sarah, a project manager in a high-stress tech firm. For years, Sarah felt unable to express her concerns about unrealistic project deadlines and her team's workload. And this suppression led to severe job burnout, manifesting in chronic fatigue and anxiety. With counseling focused on assertive communication, Sarah learned to speak openly with her supervisors, leading to a better managed workload for her team and significantly improved the mental health for herself. Case study 2, healing from chronic health issues. Now, John dealt with high blood pressure and frequent migraines, amplified by his silent enduring of personal dissatisfaction at work and in his relationships. After attending a workshop on emotional expression and authenticity, John began to communicate his needs and feelings more openly. Amazingly, his symptoms began to decrease, and he resolved these internal conflicts and reduced his chronic stress. Experts' opinions on workplace communication show that health impacts of suppressed speech, particularly in professional settings, can leave employees who feel they cannot speak openly are at a greater risk of stress-related illnesses, including cardiovascular issues and also mental health disorders. Companies that encourage open communication see lower turnover rates and healthier employees. A study published in the Journal of Occupational Health and Psychology found a direct link between workplace silence and increased incidence of burnout and cardiovascular problems. The researchers advocate for organizational cultures to promote open dialogue and provide support for employees to express views safely. Now, the benefits of speaking out, for example, companies that have implemented regular open floor meetings where employees can voice their concerns without fear of comeback have reported better overall employee satisfaction and reduced workplace stress. How do we start speaking our truth? Well, reflect on your feelings. The first step to speaking your truth is understanding what your truth is. Take time each day to reflect on your thoughts and feelings. Journaling is an effective tool as it allows for private, unfiltered exploration of your emotions and reactions to daily events. Now, I do this every single day, and I recommend I write down my thoughts and my feelings and a whole lot of other stuff as well on paper. I would recommend writing in paper because rather than devices, there is many benefits, including these three. So the first one is self-awareness and emotional labeling. When you put your thoughts and feelings on paper, it really helps you label your emotions. And this process is crucial to understanding what you're feeling and why. And by identifying and naming those emotions, you gain self-awareness and deeper understanding into your inner world. Metacognition is the other one. Writing allows you to analyze how you think, and a concept known as metacognition. When you express your thoughts in writing, you engage a reflective process, and this can lead to insights about your cognitive patterns, decision-making, and problem-solving strategies. And lastly, stress relief. Getting your thoughts out on paper can be a stress reliever. It provides an outlet for emotions to help prevent emotional suppression, which can be detrimental to your overall well-being. By writing, you release pent-up feelings and create a sense of relief. So therapy or counseling or coaching can also help for those who find it difficult to identify or articulate their emotions. Now, I would recommend that you start small. I would encourage you to begin your journey towards authenticity in a comfortable setting, sharing your genuine opinion on a movie or a book during a conversation with your friend, you're in a relationship with your partner, can be a great start. And these situations can build the confidence that you need to handle more significant and challenging discussions. Set boundaries. Setting boundaries are essential for maintaining your integrity and well-being. How you say no and express your needs clearly is important. If someone asks too much of you, respond with, "I understand this is important to you, but I can't commit to it right now." This kind of communication respects both the speaker and the listener's boundaries. Now, practice these skills regularly. Like any other skill, speaking your truth gets easier when you practice. You might not even get it right every single time, but each attempt is going to bring you a step forward in your journey towards authenticity. Also, it's important to seek support. Seek support from your family, your friends, professionals. It's okay and it is important. Sometimes an outside perspective can provide encouragement or offer strategies that you hadn't considered. Encouragement. Small steps lead to significant changes. Each act of authenticity is a building block towards a more fulfilling life. Each truth you speak, you strengthen your self-esteem and you deepen your relationships. Create a supportive environment, like choosing to spend time with people who value honesty and authenticity. Well, that's all I have for today. But before we go, let's summarize this. In summary, speaking your truth is essential to living in an alignment with your true self, fostering a deep connection between your mind, your body, and your soul. It is about being conscious in a dynamic state of being where your external actions mirror your internal beliefs, reducing conflict and enhancing wellness. By embracing authenticity, you not only support your mental and physical health, but also cultivate a life rich in purpose and fulfillment. Remember, each time you express your true self, you are living a more harmoniously across all facets of your existence. Thank you for tuning in today, and don't forget to follow for more episodes that may help you transform your life. If you found this episode helpful, please share it with someone that could benefit from it. Follow and leave a review wherever you get your podcast. Your feedback helps me grow this podcast and reach more people like you. Join me next time as we continue to explore the ways to empower ourselves and live boldly. Until next time, keep speaking your truth to authenticity and health. Champion your life, champion your greatness. Have an amazing day.